morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Take these glasses off. Wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related, and consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I'm out and about again. You already know the score by now. My two favourite compadres in the whole wide world, Paddy and Willow. Yeah, and today, guys, we are going to be talking about Christ consciousness. Yeah, so we're just starting about. I'm just going on what I might. Look at this now, guys, though. Look at how overgrown this is. Wow. I'm gonna get stung now by the nettles, which is a good thing, because at the end of the day, right, that's what helps with our hay fever and reduces inflammation. So anybody who does suffer with hay fever, don't go to the doctors, don't get antihistamine tablets, because I've tried them in the past, guys, and guess what, they do not work. Get yourself out in nature, sting yourself with a stinging nettle, even pick some and drink some stinging nettle tea, and I will guarantee you that that will work, because I suffered with hay. Just let me just take these doggies off. Come here. Come here. Right, go on, you have a run round. Come on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, where are we? Flipping camera on. Oh dear. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure we're still recording, still getting used to the new to the GoPro, guys. But yeah, this is, I was stating then, you know, if you do suffer with hay fever, then just try it, because like every time when I'm out now, I sting myself with nettle. And honestly, I used to suffer with hay fever all of the time. Was now literally like I used to get blocked stuffy nose. I don't get any of it anymore, so just give it a try and give it a whirl. But yeah, we're out and about today with Paddy and Willow. Here he is. Paddy's on a little bit on the sluggish side today. I think he might have had a bit of a thingy last night. He might have been up and down, I don't know, but anyway. But yeah, today we are going to be talking about Christ consciousness. And what is Christ consciousness? Because obviously I've mentioned this before previously in some of my other videos, and a lot of people probably think, oh, Christ consciousness, like it's actually related or linked to religion. And no, it's quite actually far from the truth, that, guys, because obviously, yeah, we think, oh, Christ, you know, and then we think of obviously religion, Jesus and stuff like that. But Christ consciousness, guys, is something that exists within all of us, and it is your internal inner power, your inner being, your source. It's your connection to the divine. So basically, like, when we can look at something like this, and like look at this is why I always say like things like religion, because obviously I was baptized a Catholic, you know, I was put into a religion, you know, through my parents. It wasn't forced onto me, it was just part of the family, because obviously my dad was Catholic, blah blah blah. But one thing that I've come to realise and learn through this journey is that religion, race, all these things, everything, like I've spoke about previously, like with the media, everything is a distraction, and everything is to take you away from your divine right of what you already are inside. Because when you come into this life, guys, you already was amazing, you already had everything, you already are everything. Because Christ consciousness, right, do you know what Christ consciousness is? It's a frequency in which we can tap into at any given moment, at any given time, you know that. And once we start to learn about these things, guys, and we realize that we already have the power and we can emit that frequency at any given time, then we can attract anything into our lives, you know. And Christ consciousness, what is it? It is love, it is abundance, it is just, it's not being scared, it's, you know, it's all of the things of above and more, you know. Because when we think about it, right, Christ consciousness, it's a frequency that we can tap into at any given moment, at any given time. Once we change our frequency and we tap into that frequency that we know that we already are, which it's just we are that frequency of where we come from, which is love, abundance, courage, joy, gratitude. All of these things which will enable us to transcend and raise our vibrational frequency to make us our higher self. So yeah, but just one of them, just one of these things that I wanted to talk about today, guys. But yeah, I'm just starting about today with the doggies, and they're having a good time. The weather's changed a bit. I noticed we had them 2 days of like really hot weather. I'm actually quite glad about it because it's cooled down quite a bit. And I'll tell you something, the Paddy and Willow, they did not like he wasn't a big fan of that hot, sticky, humid weather, especially Willow. But this is her first summer, isn't it, darling? She's a good girl. And Padster. And I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but if you look at Paddy, my wife, Mrs. Detours, she's managed to pluck some of his hairs out. She's given him a right good brushing. And look at him now. He's not as bushy as what he was. He doesn't look like Kevin Keegan. Do you? You don't look as much like Kevin Keegan now. You look like you've had a nice, good short back and sides, don't you, Padster? Eh? Yeah, so that's good. Obviously, Mrs. D, oh, they're at it now, look. They're at it now, these two. It's wrestling time. But yeah, Christ consciousness, guys. Just always let it be known that you can tap into that frequency at any given time. And that's why I always say start the day by saying what you are and who you are, because you already are everything. You already are amazing. You are wealthy, you are healthy, you are abundant. You have the perfect house, you have the Lamborghini, whatever that is, yeah. You've got to admit it and feel that feeling like you already have everything, whatever it is that you seek, because you already are it. Because when you come into this life, yeah, you already was everything. You was perfection, and you are perfect, guys. Irrelevant of what anyone tells you, media, outlets. Listen, everything that's going on in the world at the moment, war and all that, guess what? It is a distraction. And it's all a load of rubbish, guys, right? Because the way I see it is, yeah, look at it like this, right, yeah. Imagine, you know, like, I'll use this as an example. While COVID was going on, yeah, and it was fear, oh, everybody, you know, people, like, they had the guy dropping down on his, you know, falling to his face. But it's funny how as he was falling to the floor, managed to get his hands in front of him, and then he just lied on the floor. Yeah, funny that, weren't it? But you get what I'm trying to say, guys. Everything is designed to make you scared, to make you angry, to make you fearful, you know. And once you start to realize this and wake up to the fact that you've got to ask yourself, well, why do they do it? You know, why are they making me scared? Because it's your frequency. Why are they spraying the skies? Because that affects your frequency. Every time you look up, makes you what? Angry, pissed off, resentful, you know. Think about it. This is why they're doing it. If you don't allow that to come into your mind, or your embodiment of what you know and what you are, it cannot affect you, and then you can attract anything into your life. If you want the perfect partner, the wealth, the health, anything, you know, you've got to embody what you already are. And once you start to do that, guys, you become unstoppable. But yeah, but look at all this. There's abundance everywhere, guys. You've just got to, sometimes you've just got to stop and show that gratitude and that love, you know, and do it to one another as well. Because one thing I've noticed that out in the world at the moment is it's like everyone's lost the way a little bit, haven't they? And what do I mean by that? Was everyone's just walking around. Like, I look at a lot of young people now and it breaks my heart, because I see them all walking around and I see the anxiety on them, and I see, and listen, I used to suffer with anxiety. I like, over a year ago, I would have never thought about doing this channel, but now it's kind of like I'm just embodying and being who I am, which is just my true authentic self, and not worrying about what society thinks about me, or what the media, or anybody, family members. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you think about you, and knowing what you already know what you are. And that's all that matters, guys, you know what I mean? But as I was saying then about young, I see a lot of young people walking around and they're wearing these big earphones and they've got their heads down. They just look like broken shells. They just look like broken, empty vessels. And it breaks my heart, that, just to look at that. And I feel like just going up to him and giving him a bit of a shake and saying, come on, you already are everything. You're letting all your external circumstances, you know, you're spending so much time. And it's not only that, but like, if you look at, like, even if you're on your phone too much, that is letting off an electromagnetic frequency. Same with like electric cars and stuff like that as well. Why do you think they're pushing these out so much? Because it messes with your frequency. 5G towers, exactly the same, because when did they start to erect these towers? During COVID. Think about it, guys, right? It's nothing, because we already had Wi-Fi, didn't we? We already had Wi-Fi before they started to erect these towers. So now they're telling us it's for Wi-Fi. It's lies, guys. It's because they let out and emit an electromagnetic pulse which messes around with your frequency. So because they don't want us to wait, because listen, we are in spiritual warfare at the moment, guys, yeah? And people are starting to wake up. Why do you think I've had this epiphany and I've woke up all of a sudden? Because it was just God-given, you know what I mean? It was just meant to be. Everything was just is what it is. But yeah, just a few things for you to think about there, guys. But I think we're going to leave it at that now, because Paddy's out and about and he's running around with one of his mates. But yeah, thank you so much for the love and support. Don't forget to give me a follow on all my socials, which are down below in the description. But for me, Danny Detours, Paddy and Willow, I hope you have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.